Well, long distance putting, I always feel like what helps me the most is to take a few practice swings to kind of get a feel, because you're going to have to take it back a pretty long distance and follow through. And it's a feel thing. There's no question it's a feel part of the game, and it's always tough to determine how much backswing and follow through that you have. But I think if you let your eyes kind of help you, tell you how much you need to hit it. It's just like throwing a ball. You don't really think about how much swing you're going to have. You just look at the object that you're trying to throw the ball to. Same thing with the pin. I think there's two fundamentals, I think, well, actually three. That is to have the grip kind of neutral, just palms facing one another. The other one is, of course, eyes over the ball. That is so key, because we want to try to have a perpendicular type stroke. And if we get too far away, we have a tendency to do this. And if we get too far over, then we go this way. So eyes over the ball, and you can just sort of drop the putter down on top of the ball to see if your eyes are there. And then again, it is hanging on to the club and being sure that that blade is square on that straight line that goes straight back and through on the line you want it to go. Practice putting is always a key thing, and reading the greens is important. You let your eyes, again, help you with whether you feel like you're going uphill, downhill, side hill, and that makes a big difference. Speed control is so key, I think, in putting. And again, the smaller the target, the better it is. If you're the 3-foot circle that I hear about sometimes, I'm not a believer in that. I think the smaller your target, the closer you get to it. If you happen to fall within 3 feet, that's maybe acceptable, but you need to get that target down to the hole. And I think you'll have better success that way. But again, I'm trying to get that putter lined up on the line I want it to go, and then let my eyes try to tell me how hard I want to hit it. But again, that's practice. You have to practice these things. But and putting is sometimes what they call an art. You read the green, types of grass. Bermuda greens don't break usually as much as bent. They're not as fast a lot of times, but if you play your golf course day in and day out, you should know the greens fairly well. But there's just those three fundamentals, and if you can get used to that, and like Jack used to say, Jack Nicklaus says, if you can hit it where you're looking, you're probably going to make a few putts. But be sure your eyes are over the ball, and you want to keep your head as steady as you can. And that is a very key part of putting. Because when the head moves, that means sometimes that you stop the momentum coming through. So you want to be sure that head, you want to watch that putter hit the ball,